What the f? Who is talking in my ear? Some coke? Bruh. See, bruh. But what, like, where do these coats be at? Like, I always hear about them, but, like, it be images, but, like, where do these niggas operate?
March 21st, 1997. History of the Prophet Joseph Smith. In 5th through 8th grade class. How anxious I am for Heavenly Father's Spirit.
Let me brush down my hairline. I look sharp real quick.
For what the Prophet Joseph Smith did.
Shit. Damn, my shit crooked. What the fuck?
Utah town called Short Creek
Yo.
was a cult. The Fundamentalist Church of Latter-day Saints. Or
Yeah, bro.
FLDS
Gotta
for
be a
short.
rich nigga.
Most of
Oh, you said
Latter-day
what?
Saints, or FLDS
Okay.
for short. Most recently run under the grasp of a man named Warren Jeffs.
Yeah, don't be no po niggas that be
Completely
running
under
these.
the radar for the better part of the past century.
You know,
For
rich,
years,
rich white niggas.
Jeffs and his predecessors maintained strict control over their members, preaching the central idea that
It really ain't that bad though, cause when you got a lot of hair, you can just
the
cover
only
it up.
member of the church who could talk to God. And if
Like, you'll only know my
that
shit's
you
clipped
should
if I put
marry
my hair back.
someone, you wouldn't go against his will, would you? Wife after wife after wife, the prophet would
Damn.
arrange to wed, not only for the adult
Seven?
men inside the church, but most prominently for himself. Tens, hundreds
Greedy
of
ass
women were
nigga.
used as pawns, tickets that they believed would grant them eternal salvation. And as
Greedy
you'd
ass
expect,
nigga.
their ages were never considered. Inside the FLDS, hundreds of children were born
So
to
this nigga,
underaged mothers, forced into arranged marriages with men
so he an
upwards of
EDP.
85 years of age, and all of them wholeheartedly believed that they were carrying out the will of God.
What? Yeah, I was thinking about bleaching my hair too, but yeah, I don't know. You just gotta get somebody to do it right. Thanks.
The story of the FLDS is one of the darkest I know, and they, too, have troves of media both destroyed and sealed away. We will be diving into the full story of the FLDS very soon. However, they're not fully the reason we're here tonight.
Wait.
Is and sealed away. We will be diving into the full story of the FLDS
Yeah.
very soon. However, they're not fully the reason we're here tonight.
These niggas ain't even the reason. There's some crazier shit.
Questions in front of a live studio audience in exchange for an ever-growing grand prize. Prior to each episode, contestants would take a polygraph test to ensure the accuracy of their responses on stage. And I'm sure you can see how this could go downhill
Oh shit, my bad.
very quickly. Answer a highly personal, highly secret question correctly in front of the world, and the bag of cash dangling over your head grows ever more. Answer it wrong,
Y'all doing that?
however, and your affairs are exposed in front of thousands and are forever etched into broadcast history. In August of 2010, a contestant named Melanie Williams took the stage for the show's 9th episode of its 2nd season. Unlike those that competed before her, however, Melanie carried with her a dark, disturbing past.
Stop her dramatic,
What you fuck?
but nothing could stop her dramatic climb to the top.
As it turns out, Melanie Williams grew up inside the FLDS and witnessed firsthand the atrocities committed against the women and children within. To this day, Season 2, Episode 9, her debut, is completely scrubbed from existence. For Episode 10, one that has been found in full. Within it, she takes the stage for a final $500,000 question, the grand prize of this show, and something no contestant before her has ever been able to win. In the beginning, host Mark Wahlberg warns her of what she's about to be faced with, giving her an opportunity to opt out. However, after the audience erupts, as Melanie sits, shocked at what she just unveiled to the world. Her father, equally stunned. And it all culminates in one of the strangest, most
That's her
dystopian
pops?
moments that I have ever seen on broadcast television.
Oh, I
As
didn't
the
even
family
realize her pops
embraces,
was right in front of her.
Wahlberg questions her father about this illegal relationship, to which he completely downplays it.
All the time.
As part of that culture.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Let's hear what
Yeah.
John feels of that.
Gosh. I'm not sure when I did this, I knew what a minor was. That was a long time ago.
Okay.
Wife number 2 was 17. She had just,
I keep looking at my wrong webcam, but like,
just gotten out of high school.
okay, let me take my other webcam. Just got out of high school,
Worlds
bro.
of Wonder in Final Fantasy
bro.
14 Online.
Niggas gotta do better. Nigga talk about I didn't know when she was a minor. What, bro? Or that he knows she was something, whatever he
In
said.
January of 2011, over 4 months after this episode aired, Melanie Williams took to her personal blog to
And they didn't
clear
lock this nigga up on the spot.
any speculation about her time on the show. Within a post made on January 7th, she claims that
Well,
her father
man, this
had
years ago.
actually lied that night, that the girl wasn't 17 like he claimed. In reality, she was 14, and her name was Joy.
14 is even worse. Not like 17 was any better, but 14, nigga?
As far as it's known,
Nightbot
has
tried to
neither
cook
been
your shit.
investigated nor charged since this aired, and there's been no further updates from Melanie herself. Even
Everybody need to chill.
this broadcast is one of the strangest that I have ever watched, and I wouldn't be surprised if it contributed to the Moment of Truth's cancellation. Regardless of whether Season 2, Episode 9 is ever found, Melanie Williams successfully exposed the illegal atrocities committed by one of
Hey,
the
500
world's
bands,
darkest cults
nigga,
in front of
shit.
thousands. A cult that has done everything in its power to keep its depraved history a secret. And a cult, the FLDS, who manipulated and abused women and children for over a century. All veiled under the will of God.
Man, these niggas went to hell. I'd be mad as hell if I woke up in hell.
We'll return after
Anyways.
these messages.
Yeah, shit. 100 years is crazy.
Alright guys, before we continue,
100
I'd
years
like
of
to tell you-
touching kids, bro. Alright, what we got next? The rot in there. We good. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Stupid butt.
It's October 1999. Residents on the south end of Fort Worth, Texas, notice a certain smell lingering in the air. It's repugnant, nauseating, a pungent, pervasive odor of rot. The stench is inescapable, rapidly enveloping parks, homes, and businesses. Something in the area is festering, and it's carrying an inescapable wave of what can only be described as the smell of deteriorating flesh. Disgusted and worried, residents in the area contact authorities in the hopes that anyone can figure out what the hell is going on. This odor has come up so quickly. So where in the world is it coming from?
Check out this week's Screen Prize specials on all flavors of Jell-O frozen pudding pops.
For the sweetness of the grapes. At Ralph's you expect.
But these ads is mad creepy.
What is
It's like my mother always told me, get what you want.
Oh, shit back then so creepy, bro. I never understood it.
Good my quality meats taste. But you have to see how good Wallbound's prices look.
Yeah, like what?
Resting at the corner of Hemphill and West Fogg Street in Fort Worth, Texas, sits an abandoned building. A grocery store called the Terries Supermarket. Known to have been owned by a family from Laos, it served the surrounding neighborhood for years. But here, they were nowhere to be found. Their store is rotting, their home vacant, and it's like they up and left, leaving the only remnants of their existence. A neighborhood suffering from an inescapable smell, and a grocery store that's festering right under its own weight. Unreal. And all of this was the product of a building left to decay for nearly 3 months.
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style.
Yeah. They had food rotting in that shit, bro? So was niggas buying it? Or what's the catch?
In the following days, the Fort Worth Health Department officially declared the site as a health hazard, sparking a massive cleanup operation. But as they assessed the building, they realized that it would prove far more complicated than initially imagined. The initial scene was so infested with flies that cleanup crews couldn't even see more than a few feet in front of them. The cleanup effort took nearly a month to complete, and by December, the building stood completely empty, yet still carrying a lingering odor of rot.
Bro, it's probably some dead niggas under there, bro.
It was eventually bought out and rebranded as a store called Terries. However, according to a review left on Google, nearly 14 years after Mexia,
I need to take a shit, bro.
still
I ain't gonna lie.
reportedly smells
Wait, what?
like death.
Fuck.
Windows
Y'all even streaming for an hour. Gotta put that dog in you.
Covering them. I did have dreams about this one neighborhood in Fort Worth that was due to a news story at the time. A supermarket in this one low-income area of town just closed one day. The images on the news are what gave me bad dreams. Windows blackened by millions of roaches, rats in swarms. The smell had been apocalyptic. 2-month-old fish, 2-month-old carrots, pork, thousands upon thousands of rat droppings. I was obsessed with the story, hence why I dreamt about it, being in there. It still freaks me out. Just might stay that way for years to come.
This is VH1.
Video Hits 1.
After we prepared to meet a man she could wind up spending the
This was niggas fine shit back then. Just made shit.
I'm nervous.
Actually, nah, she looked good. Never mind. I'm tweaking.
August 2nd, 2009. A reality show airs on VH1 starring a woman named Megan Hauserman.
Yeah, she alright.
It's called Megan Once a Millionaire, and it involves 18 suitors vying for her love by competing in challenges and trying to impress her with high dollars.
Damn, so 20v1's been around for a minute, bro.
Out of every contestant on the show,
You black YouTube niggas ain't
A
make
man
that shit.
named Ryan Jenkins had stood out to her. He was charming and
The
witty,
Ben had this
a trait so prevalent that
the
the
CIA
production
Ben
team
had
gave
niggas
him the
cooked.
nickname Smooth Operator. Now, drama was and still is no
Oh
stranger
my
to reality
god,
TV,
bro. Literally,
and
they be
Megan
looking mad grotesque, bro. Like, bro, you can look up 1700s women. Like, hold on. Like, bro, this shit bad, bro. Bro, hold on. Protest. Bro, I can't spell it. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, I spelled it right. Oh my god, wait, I'm not smart. Like, yo, I had to go into that. Like, yo, hold on. Niggas dad had to come home and crack this shit. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? What is this? Is this even a human? Bro, it was dead a nigga who would come home from the whatever they did back then. Fucking what up, 5-star? Whatever they did to crack some shit like this, like, bruh. It 15-hour shift in the mines just to crack a hog and a fucking what do you call it? Yeah, fucking hogling. Yeah, hell no, bro. I'll tweak it.
Once a Millionaire was no different. With such a bombastic cast of rich men vying for a woman by primarily flaunting their wealth, I'm sure you can see how this fell into the junk food category of shows out there. Now, that's all completely fine, and nothing about Megan Wants a Millionaire was even that big of a deal. In fact, we wouldn't even be talking about this show today if it weren't for the fact that by the time this show was set to air its 4th episode, Ryan Jenkins' wife was dead.
So this nigga had a wife?
Police are investigating a dumpster in Buena Park, California. Reportedly, a foul smell is emanating from it, yet it isn't the kind you'd expect. This isn't the smell of trash. It's not an animal. It's something else. A few moments later, they dig out a densely packed suitcase.
Bro, why do dead bodies stink so much? I never smelled one, but people be saying they smell crazy. Why is that? Like, is it like the shit that's stuck in your stomach? Heard about that, like shits in your stomach when you die.
Mangled body of a blonde female. Her teeth are gone.
Let me stop chatting.
Her fingers severed, and her clothing.
Oh yeah, the things you
found. Immediately,
damn.
the police
wait.
Her finger of a blonde female.
Her fingers.
Her teeth are gone.
Teeth gone.
Her fingers severed, and her clothing nowhere to be found.
Bro, what?
Immediately, the police open a case. They realize that whoever did this went out of their way to sever any identifying feature from her body. However, curiously, one still remained. You see, this woman had breast implants, and given that these carry their own serial numbers, it gave authorities a potential lead for identification.
BBLs and boobs. Yeah, niggas generally do this from, but BBL and boobs. I didn't know they had serial numbers, like a gun or an Xbox.
Ultimately leaving 3 final questions.
Nah, niggas are genuinely sick though. Like,
who was this?
I couldn't even bring myself to kill him. I don't care.
And how in the world
kind of crazy work
did she end up here?
Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. Hey, but I've been talking about this for a minute. Like, hood niggas don't be no different though. Like, you know them killer niggas, like them Chicago niggas who just straight, just like Bloodhound Little Jeff. Niggas glorify him because he's a rapper, but that nigga is a murderer. He is a fucking murderer, and niggas want to say, "Oh, King of Blood." These niggas is murderers, bro. Like, this shit crazy. How did Bloodhound Jeff get away with all? He had like 11 bodies, bro.
Receive a phone call.
If that nigga ain't died, that nigga will be locked up right now for some like a refill or some
Ryan
shit.
Jenkins, and he's pleading. His wife, an LA model named Jasmine,
They put that nigga away for 1,000 years, bro. He was a
claims that
demon.
the previous night, the two arrived back at their home in Los Angeles before she left to run errands. However, since then, nothing. Over the next 48 hours, the busting plans were verified to belong to Jasmine Fiore.
Yeah, Chicago
And as a
costumes.
result, her husband Ryan Jenkins had become a person of interest in her murder. Yet, once they began looking into his movements over the few days prior, they realized that Jasmine Fiore, contrary to Ryan's testimony, had never arrived home. As it turns out, on the night of her death, the pair had gone to the La Berge Hotel in Del Mar, California for a poker tournament. And on CCTV, the pair can be seen arriving, getting settled in, and leaving. Oddly, however, at 4:30 in the morning on August 15th, just hours before Jasmine's body was uncovered, they discover a panicked Ryan Jenkins, yet he's completely alone. Jasmine, wherever they went, never returned with him. She was never seen alive again. Immediately, Jenkins becomes their lead suspect. However, tracking him down proved to be difficult. He went on the run, from their home in LA to Nevada, Nevada to Utah, Utah to Canada, and all of this was done in the span of just 2 days. Because of this, he was officially charged with the murder of Jasmine Fiore on August 20th. Yet, because he was evading arrest, he always seemed to be one step ahead. It wasn't until the morning of August 23rd when authorities would locate him at a motel called Thunderbird in Hope, Canada. However, their encounter wouldn't go at all as planned. That morning, Ryan Jenkins had never checked.
Oh shit, I didn't know we do that. Freeforms? Oh, I mean, you can have dress forever, like regular dress, but freeforms, you gotta let that shit go. Like,
anyway, why not earn some free
we like 1920.
All you need to do
Not
is
like
download buff,
20,
let it run in the background,
21
play.
plus. You gotta let
He
that shit go.
always seemed to be one step ahead.
But like dread, like regular dreads, you can have them bitches forever. I don't know if I
Authorities
get
would
them.
locate him at a motel called Thunderbird in Hope, Canada.
See old niggas with dreads all the
However,
time.
their encounter wouldn't go at all as planned. That morning, Ryan Jenkins had never checked out. In fact, for the 3 days he was staying there, not a sound ever came from his room, and no one ever left.
So what did he do?
In reality, he had taken his own life.
Oh
And
shit.
inside his room, he awaited, hanging from the motel coat rack.
Why do niggas do this shit?
Search for a reality show contestant charged with the first-degree killing of his ex-wife is finally over. Ryan Jenkins was found dead in a motel room in Canada yesterday, an apparent suicide. But officials say the investigation is far from over. Zuleika Nathu from the CBC.
Following his capture, VH1 had placed Megan Wants a Millionaire on an indefinite hiatus, leaving episodes 4 to 6, the remainder of the season, never to air. After an internal investigation, it was found that Jenkins was charged with assault over 2 years prior to filming, something that should have restricted him from ever being allowed on TV. Even further, there were reportedly countless other contestants with charges as well, opening up the door to accusations that VH1 perhaps overlooked these in hopes of sowing drama and driving up ratings. For years, episodes 4 through 6 of Megan Wants a Millionaire was unseen by anyone outside of the studio. However, in 2020, Megan herself released episodes 4 and 5 on her personal YouTube channel. Even still, though, the finale eludes the public, and given the controversy that took place, it's unlikely to ever be released. To this day, VH1 and the entire landscape of reality TV has felt the effects of this tragedy, yet nothing could ever compare to the grief the family of Jasmine Fiore underwent as they lost their loved one. According to Jasmine Fiore's mother, their relationship was never healthy. They were always fighting, always arguing about something, but never did she think that Ryan Jenkins would take the life of her daughter. Never did she think that he would leave her in the condition he did. It felt like a complete nightmare, yet it was painfully, agonizingly real. Megan Wants a Millionaire, to this day, remains as an eerie look at the faces people put on for cameras. Yet once they're off, and everyone inevitably returns home, we truly don't know any of them. Reality TV, they call it, even when it isn't reality at all.
I feel this.
Meet Billy. He decided to go with Nuvia for his dental
What is
implants.
this?
And last week's number 1 down to number 2, Underworld from Ultimate.
It's late at night, and a conversation is playing out between two online users, InExcess00 and No1093. It's charged, inappropriate, a glance into the most depraved desires of the human psyche. This correspondence carries on for days. However,
For the fan?
there's just one problem.
But he killed himself.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Nothing at the moment.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Did you go get your other money?
Yes, I did.
Very
Did
good.
you leave yet?
No.
You didn't leave yet.
No.
Are you going to come or not?
Yes, I shall.
Well, when are you going to come over?
Well,
I'm
a
bored.
little later.
A little later.
Yeah, is that all right?
Oh yeah, Killers and Joint. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I know rappers do it for the fame. Or not, rappers don't even be killing niggas before. It really just be drill
You're the
rappers.
silly one.
InExcess00 in the real world is a 56-year-old man named Louis Conrad. And all throughout his chats and phone calls, he fully believes that he's conversing with a 13-year-old boy.
What's up with these gooners, bro?
November 11th, 2004. Dateline NBC airs a show that you
Bro,
just
this is
learned
really
to
hard
love.
for these niggas to get caught
It's called
too.
To Catch a
If it's
Predator,
hard,
and in collaboration
if it's hard for
with
niggas to get caught in 2025, bro, imagine when they had no technology, bro.
Justice, they performed sting operations around the country, luring in and exposing predators on national television. In July of 2006, the production team commenced a multi-month sting operation in the town of Murphy, Texas, for a proposed 2-part special in the show's second season. Among those caught were a 54-year-old math teacher named Stanley Kendall, a 52-year-old oil drilling consultant named Randall Woodford,
literally.
and a 56-year-old district
I'd rather
attorney
niggas pay
from
for it
Kaufman
than
County,
just
Texas,
talk to kids,
named
bro.
Louis Conrad.
It don't even never be, bro. It don't be that they can't get, but it be that niggas, like, bro, I don't know. Niggas just get so freaked out to a point where they just like kids at that point.
Number of
Or they like the control over like a kid.
all living a secret life.
Because they're older, they probably got psychological control over them. That's my theory.
Climbed the ranks of the Texas legal system, contributing to the prosecution of countless criminals. Because of this, he carried an extensive knowledge of Texas law, something that the police and production team knew they'd have to carefully navigate if they were successfully to convict this guy. For his entire career, Conrad was well-liked and respected, they thought. So why in the world is he doing this?
Need a haircut. You schedule me an appointment.
As the months carried on, the conversations between Louis Conrad and No One 093 would only become more depraved. Louis would share explicit images, express a strong desire to meet, and would consistently bring up subjects
too much tech.
has no
I
business
mean, shit. I don't know.
talking about.
Yeah,
online.
probably, yeah.
But throughout all of this, little did he know that No One
It's gonna be worse, or like it's probably crime's gonna be worse though. Like you might have like some cyber attacks, like some AI shit. Like I don't know. I feel like it's probably worse crimes
The
in
entire
the future.
persona was a setup, and the
You ready
predator,
for school,
Louis
nigga?
Conrad,
Squeaking, boy. I'm enjoying it. When y'all school start?
had fallen straight into his trap.
Not ready for no school, bruh. Not trying to go to school. 11th. I'm gonna do a first day of school video. I'm gonna try to get every girl on the first day of school that I can. Bad bitches at my school. It's not really no bad shit at my school, but shit. Hopefully I can.
According to Texas law, engaging in explicit conversation with a minor is a third-degree felony.
This 7th
a
is
crime
crazy,
that
boy.
Louis Conrad had, without a doubt, heavily partook in. Because of this, on November 5th,
That's in 5 days,
2006,
nigga.
Tarrant County PD
My
had
shit was
obtained a
in
search
game.
warrant and set out to his home to finally arrest him.
I got a
When they
13, but I'm
arrived,
not
the
gonna
police
go on the first day of school because I gotta go to Chicago. Shit, I got shit from my
that
family.
Conrad would recognize them and come out to talk.
Yeah, my school full
However,
of
his behavior
mid shit.
wasn't so straightforward. Through his window, they could see a TV
Hopefully
playing
it's
and a
bad
computer
this year,
running.
but I'm switching schools
Louis
midway
was
through the year.
nowhere to be
anyways.
seen.
Think I am.
And so they break in, clear out room after room.
Bro,
Yet
bro, they
once
talking
make
about
it
no
to his
phones
main
either.
hallway,
Like this could.
they discover him standing eerily still.
They gonna make us put phones in pouches. Nigga, I made senior now, nigga. Fuck you need to put phones in pouches.
Seemingly awaiting them. Frozen in place, Louis begins pleading.
Just my grade. Go to the second one. Yeah, no, bro. They make it. It's a literal law they made, bro. You gotta put your phone in a pouch, like, bro. This shit just cooked, bro. Like, I don't even know how. I only got 2 classes a day though, so like, I'm chilling on that. But like, damn, bro. Imagine being a freshman right now, bro. You got the phone in it, bro. Imagine being a freshman right now, like that shit cooked, bro. Nigga, you can't have no phone, bro. All 4 years, nigga, shits. Like, why are they doing this? Why?
Explaining that he's not gonna hurt anyone. However, before the police can react, he, out of nowhere, pulls out a handgun from behind his back.
You go to
turns it
11
on himself.
Yeah, you finna get out of school soon, though. You got this year and next year. Senior year really not even a year for it, bro. Like, 'cause if you do co-op, bro, it's not even. It's really just like 2, depending on what speaker, 2 classes or 4 classes a day.
As the camera crew stood outside,
3 and
the
a half,
sound of
some
a
shit, I
loud
don't know.
crack had broken the stillness in the air. And for a brief moment, they were unaware of the scene awaiting them inside.
You can
No
come
one
in later, I'm
expected
streaming.
Louis Conrad to do this.
No, not right now.
No one
no.
expected him to prey on an underage kid. No one.
Wait, what?
The crew stood outside. For a brief moment, they
Turn
were
on best
unaware
for the scene.
of the scene awaiting them inside. No one expected Louis Conrad to do this. No one expected him to prey on an underage kid. No one expected any of this.
A man who has prosecuted criminals for more than 2 decades shot himself. We watched as an emergency medical team arrived and hoped they could somehow save him. But as Conrad is brought out on a stretcher, it's clear his condition is grave.
No way.
To this day, this incident is regarded as one of the darkest in To Catch a Predator's history, and because of litigation and their dwindling relationship with advertisers, the show was canceled the following year. While most aspects of this case, like the chat logs, the phone calls, and the aftermath are readily accessible online, there is one piece of media that has, to this day, never been released. Reportedly, there's an audio tape of Conrad's final words taken from police body cameras. However, for obvious reasons, it's remained sealed away. There's an audio to this day
I couldn't even
never
listen.
been released.
There's some photographs.
There's an audio tape of Conrad's final words taken from police body cameras. However, for obvious reasons, it's remained sealed away. The Louis Conrad story is one of the most depraved situations that never should have happened. He was a man who knew better.
Wait, he said it what?
That never should
It looks huge.
have happened.
Look up to this
He
man.
was a man who knew better. A man who should have done better. A man who preyed on the most vulnerable subset of humanity. While the recording of his final moments may never see the light of day, his vile actions will forever be known, and his name immortalized as a monster that once lived among us.
What's next? 6 minutes?
Hungry Root is the easiest way to eat healthy. Hungry Root is kind of like having your own personal shopper and nutrition.
Silent Hill?
The world. It's the early 2000s, and Silent Hill 2 haunts the world. Circuit City runs a special on camcorders, and over on CBS Channel 11, a bear enthusiast named Timothy Treadwell appears on Letterman. By every measure, Timothy Treadwell is a lifelong wildlife admirer. For the past 11 years, he's gone out of his way to live with bears native to Katmai National Park in Alaska, documenting his experiences wherever he can. Anytime this man was out in the wild, he had a camera on him and seemed to carry a remarkable lack of fear as he interacted with animals that could quite literally end his life at any moment. Throughout the 1990s, Treadwell was known to travel across the U.S., educating aspiring young adults on the intricacies of bears and their relationship with their natural environment. With this, he would share videos of his excursions, catalyzing an appreciation for the natural world to a new generation of young minds. These efforts would cause Treadwell to skyrocket in popularity, and by the early 2000s, he had effectively become a household name. From what it seemed, Treadwell's way of life was inherently dangerous, yet entirely rewarding. A dance with the devil at every turn, yet it was something he was massively enamored by. He felt this sense of oneness, a connection to a species that humans, for as long as we've lived, have inherently feared. In October of 2003, Timothy Treadwell had convinced his girlfriend, Amy Huguenard, to venture out with him to Katmai National Park. Contrary to his other excursions, however, this one was markedly late in the year. You see, October's on the brink of hibernation season, a time in which bears are aggressively scavenging for food to get them through the winter. On top of this, there was a drought that plagued the area that year, drying up the food supply and causing an extra layer of aggression with the native wildlife. Effectively, the environment was incredibly tense. Competition ran high. Yet, even still, Timothy convinced Amy to trust him, as he was eager to continue his study of a species that he's carried a lifelong fascination with. It's been noted that Amy never wanted to go on this trip. In fact, she feared bears. Painfully so. It's the next day, and the forest is quiet. An air taxi pilot named Willie Fulton lands his plane near the couple's campsite to pick them up for their trip back home. Upon jumping out and looking around, however, Fulton quickly realizes that something isn't right. Timothy and Amy are nowhere to be seen, and all that greets him is a torn-up campsite and a bear. A very disgruntled bear. Confused by what he's witnessing and fearing for his safety, Fulton jumps back into his aircraft and calls in a report to the area's park rangers. And once they arrive, they shoot the bear dead, scour the surrounding area, and shockingly, uncover a scene completely unexpected. Throughout their campsite, the mutilated, half-eaten remains of Timothy and Amy are scattered across the ground. Their bodies have been violently torn apart. Timothy's head and arms are littered around the camp, and Amy is haphazardly buried in a pile of dirt next to their tent. That night, Timothy Treadwell and Amy Huguenard lost their lives at the hand of a wild bear. And in the 85-year history of Katmai National Park, the two of them were the first to ever die this way. While investigating the campsite, the park rangers, surprisingly, came across a camera that recorded the attack. Reportedly, the lens cap was left on, leaving just 6 minutes of audio at the very end of their tape depicting their final moments. To this day, this audio has never been released. However, write-ups from those who had heard it firsthand paint a picture straight out of a nightmare. It supposedly went something like this. The tape begins with the sound of Timothy outside of their tent during a storm. A bear has wandered into their camp. However, before he can react, he's violently attacked. In immense distress, he begins to scream, pleading for Amy to come to his aid. And so she unzips the tent, heads outside, and commands for Timothy to play dead. A few moments later, and believing Timothy to be deceased, the bear retreats into the dark, to which Amy, in complete shock, rushes to Timothy's aid. Understandably, she's screaming and
Yo. Yo. Hold on. Bro, what the No way I was on this shitty mic this whole time. Hold on. Y'all ain't tell me I was using this shitty mic? Hold on. The fuck? Nah, wait. Hold on. Yo, it's working. Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Yo. It's working. It's working. Hello. All right, it's straight. All right, bet. All right, cool.
Crying. Her boyfriend, a man who spent his entire life devoted to nature, has just been brutally attacked by the very thing he loved. But as it sinks in, the bear out of nowhere returns to Timothy, grabs his body, and drags him into the dark.
Are you a Roblox fanatic?
If I get one more ad, bro.
Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you.
Since this incident, the one and only copy on this tape has been left in the possession of Treadwell's longtime friend, Jewel Palovak, who, to this day, has never listened to it. And aside from the authorities, the only other person who's known to have heard it is documentarian Werner Herzog. Just a few seconds in, however, he pulled his headphones off, instructed Jewel never to listen to it, and strongly urged her to destroy it.
Damn.
As far as it's known, Jewel Palovak remains in possession of this fabled tape and has vowed to both keep it sealed away and to never listen to it in her lifetime. With this, the final moments of Treadwell and Huguenard's lives are shrouded in a cloud of uncertainty, leaving the world to eternally speculate about it.
Hold on, chat. I got a special guest. Got a special guest today. Hold on.